All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going on a little adventure, a guided expedition from the well-known world of Windows into the really powerful and flexible universe of Linux. Don't think of this as some super technical chore. Think of me as your guide to a cool new place. So, you're here, you've got that itch, right? That little voice in the back of your head wondering what else is out there beyond Windows. Maybe you're after better security, or you want to breathe new life into an older computer, or heck, maybe you just want more control. Whatever your reason, you're in exactly the right spot. But okay, let's be real. Any big move comes with a little bit of, well, nervousness. And the biggest worry is always the unknown. Is this going to be like landing on an alien planet? Am I going to lose all my stuff? What about the apps I literally use every single day? Totally valid questions. But here's the great news. That new place, it looks a lot more like home than you think. You see, a ton of Linux desktops, like Cinnamon, which you'll find in Linux Mint, or the super polished look of Zorn OS, they were built from the ground up to feel comfortable and familiar to people coming from Windows. The taskbar, the start menu, all of it, it's all there, waiting for you. Okay, now we're getting to the most important part of this whole thing. We are going to do this the smart way, the safe way. And this quote right here, this is the magic trick. We can take Linux for a full test spin on your computer, check out everything without changing a single thing on your current Windows setup. Nothing. So, welcome to Section 1. Before we even think about committing, we're going to do a little recon mission. This is our no-risk, no-stress exploration phase to make sure your machine is 100% ready for this trip. And making this test drive is surprisingly easy. First, you just download something called an ISO file. Think of it as the master recipe for the operating system. Then you grab a free tool like Etcher to write that recipe onto a USB stick. After that, you just restart your computer, tell it to boot from the USB, and this is the most important part, you pick the option that says Try Linux. That's it. The whole system will run right off that little USB drive. Okay, so you're in the live session. What now? Well, you start poking around. Can you get on your Wi-Fi, play a YouTube video, and see if the sound works? Does your screen look right? Plug in your printer, your webcam, connect your Bluetooth mouse. Test everything. This is how you find out with zero risk if all your hardware is going to play nice before you install anything. All right, recon mission complete. Everything looks good. Welcome to Section 2, your pre-flight checklist. Now we're going to set up our base camp and get the system totally prepped before we make the final push. Okay, I'm going to be as serious as I can be here. Before you go one step further, back up your data. I'm talking your documents, your photos, your projects, everything you care about. Copy it all to an external drive or upload it to a cloud service. The installation process is really safe, but this is your absolute non-negotiable insurance policy. Just do it. Next up, a few really quick tweaks inside Windows itself. First, you have to turn off a feature called Fast Startup. It sounds good, but it doesn't actually shut Windows all the way down, and that can cause problems for the Linux installer. Same story with BitLocker, disk encryption. You'll want to pause that temporarily. These two tiny steps will prevent 90% of the common headaches. Now let's do a quick lightning round on a few terms you're about to see. First up, UFEI. All you need to know is that this is the modern replacement for the old BIOS. It's the little piece of software on your motherboard that wakes everything up when you hit the power button. Now, that UEFI system uses a tiny hidden part of your hard drive called the EFI system partition, or ESP. Think of it like a shared parking lot. Right now, Windows has its startup files parked there. Soon, Linux is just going to pull in and park its own startup files right next to them. Everybody shares. And finally, Grub. What's Grub? It's simply the friendly doorman that will greet you when you turn on your PC. It's a simple menu that pops up and asks, hey, where to today? Linux or Windows? It's your new mission control. So you'll need to jump into your computer's UEFI settings to double-check a couple of things. Just restart your computer and tap a key like F2 or delete right when it starts up. In there, you're looking for the boot mode. Make sure it's set to UEFI only. And if, for some reason, your USB drive won't start, you might need to disable something called Secure Boot. A lot of Linux distros like Ubuntu work just fine with it on these days, but it's a good thing to check. And here we go. Section 3, the install. All our prep work is done. It's time for the main event. And believe me, we're taking the easiest, safest path there is. When you're running the installer, you're going to get to a screen that asks what you want to do with your hard drive. You are looking for this exact option. Install alongside Windows Boot Manager. This is the magic button. When you choose this, the installer does all the hard work for you. It safely shrinks your Windows space and creates a new home for Linux without deleting anything. Once it's all finished, your computer will reboot, and boom, there it is, the grub menu we talked about. From now on, this is what you'll see when you start up. You just use your arrow keys to pick Linux or Windows, and you're on your way. Congratulations, you are officially dual booting. But wait, the expedition isn't quite over. We've reached the destination, but we still need to unpack our bags. So in Section 4, we're going to tackle what is probably the biggest question on your mind. How do I use my essential Windows programs and games? This is the final boss, isn't it? It's the one thing that holds so many people back. You got that one application you need for work or that game you absolutely love, and it's Windows only. So, what now? Well, the answer comes in two flavors, Wine and Proton. Think of Wine as your all-purpose multi-tool. It's designed to run your standard Windows software, your productivity apps, your utilities, you name it. Proton, on the other hand, is like a specialized high-performance engine. It was built by Valve, the people behind Steam, specifically for one thing, running Windows games on Linux. And it is, quite literally, a game changer. Now, it is crucial to understand this. Wine is not an emulator. It doesn't pretend to be a whole Windows computer, which would be super slow. Instead, it's more like a super fast translator. It takes the requests a Windows program makes and translates them into a language Linux understands in real time. This means you get performance that's really, really close to running it on Windows itself. But what happens if an app is being a little stubborn? Well, you have a secret weapon, the Wine Application Database, or AppDB. It's this massive website run by the community where you can look up pretty much any Windows program ever made. You'll find user reports on how well it works, a rating from platinum to garbage, and, most importantly, the exact little tweaks and settings you might need to get it running perfectly. It's an absolutely essential tool. And that's it. Your guided expedition is complete. You've scouted the land, you've set up a safe camp, and you know exactly how to bring all your essential gear with you. The map is in your hands. So the only real question left is, now that you have this whole new world of control, security, and freedom, what new frontiers are you going to explore first?